Wow, what up? It's your boy E, but not only boxing, bringing that toe-to-toe value that's undisputed in any industry. Well, it's time to address the big elephant in the room, man. You know what I mean? It's funny to me. It's because, for years, right, I've done nothing but appreciate the various different colors and nationalities and different things of that nature when it comes to boxing, bro. My favorite fight of all time is Salvador Sanchez, bro. I really believe that if Salvador Sanchez would have made it to his 30s, God bless his soul, that we'll be talking about him as being the greatest boxer of all time. Not the greatest Mexican boxer, the greatest of all time, okay? All right? Better than Ali, better than Sugar Ray Robinson if Salvador Sanchez would have had the opportunity and more time in this earth plane, okay? Not only that, but I also feel that Teofimo Lopez is one of the greatest boxers of this generation. He has the potential, sky-high potential, of becoming one of the greatest boxers of all time. I love what Andy Ruiz did against Anthony Joshua, but yet still, when you criticize Andy Ruiz for his poor performance, immediately you get tagged by these Mexican Americans, these Latino Americans, as being a racist. I'm like, WTF? Like, where all this coming from? Okay? And, I'm a busy man. I have a life. I do things for my family, get out and work out and, take care of little different things, little odd jobs and whatnot around the house. And my whole thing is that I don't wrap my mind around racism, bro. When I see somebody doing something excellent, I'm definitely going to give you your credit, right? Josh Taylor is one of the greatest boxers of this generation, and all of the aforementioned fighters that I previously spoke about, right? I hold him up all in high regard. But you will never, and I want y'all to pay attention to this, you will never, I repeat, never hear, these Latino channels, right? It's one mainly, that'll talk about Devin Haney's promotional company. He won't do it. It's because he's a racist. That's the bottom line. Period. Point blank. He'll put his arm around Anthony Joshua and say, oh, I got a black friend here. It's Anthony Joshua. But then all the other 99 black fighters, you're going to sit here and put blue eyes on them and your thumbnails, sending a signal to all of the rest of your racist fan base to come over there to like your videos where you can establish and refine, your racist narrative to all the rest of these idiots so they can come down to our comment section and inoculate and pollute and your favorite word, toxify, our comment boxes. When a lot of us, the majority of us, speaking on the landscape of this YouTube platform, a majority of us all have a lot of positive things to say about fighters and things of that nature. But you will never, I repeat, you will never, ever go to these pro Canelo, these pro Cinnabon channels, right? And find anything where there's any sense of unity, right? But the minute you bring up race, the minute you tag them or label them as a racist, they immediately jump on the fence and get all emotional and insecure and tell you how many black friends that they have. Tell you that they live in a black community. Tell them that they mix in with this one, they mix in with that one, they mix in with this one or whatnot, right? But when a black fighter does something extraordinary, they'll criticize them before they even give them credit, right? Never can you say on my boxer channel that I'm not being consistent with how I feel about these fighters and things of that nature. Never. But I'll be attacked for being a racist because I criticize Canelo Alvarez, right? Like, what kind of crap is that? That's deceit. That's subterfuge, right? It's because, let me tell you something, man. And I'm in a video on this one. These obsessive Canelo sexuals, right? These son of a man fans, that's what they are. It's no other way that you can quantify them, okay? Right? They'll sit here and they'll target and they'll seek out anybody who has anything negative to say about Canelo Alvarez, right? But then you have a base of these idiots, right? A whole fantasy park full of them, okay? That's all they talk about. That's all they want to hear is negativity about black fighters. That's all they want to hear. Why? It's because it brings views. Why? Because it brings ad revenue. Why? It's because these algorithms will support that. But the minute I get on here and tell the truth about it, you'll never see this video. Right? It's amazing. It'll never be recommended, right? It amazes me, bro. So shout out to Teofimo Lopez and Takeover Promotions, right? it's nothing for me, bro. This comes natural, right? It's because it's all about justice for me. Do y'all not understand that? Justice, right? I fight for justice. Canelo Alvarez is unjust. That's what he is, right? And they all ballooning him up. They all inflating him up to be better than every boxer that's ever lived. In fact, a lot of these obsessive, insane fanatics, even view Canelo Alvarez as being superhuman, that he can't be defeated, that there's no force on this earth that can conquer the son of bum Canelo Alvarez. It's mind-boggling to me, bro. It's mind-boggling to me. But you see, it's a subconscious insecurity that Canelo Alvarez has all of the potential to be built up, to be, the greatest boxer that's ever lived. But the bigger they are, the harder they fall, right? Because if he falls to Billy Joe Saunders this weekend, or even gets outboxed and the judges save him for the 8th time, okay, and he gets granted another gift decision, right? Then immediately when we criticize Canelo Alvarez for his performance, we automatically label as a racist, right? Things of that nature. It just doesn't make any sense, okay? And it's unjust in the fact, and it means that Canelo Alvarez can go out here and put all of these cheating games, bro. That's what he is. He's a cheater. He's not a just champion. And he's in the weakest division in boxing. He has the full support of the WBC to duck all of the black smoke, okay? He's in a division right now where there are no black champions, right? So for me highlighting that, I'll get automatically quantified as a racist, okay? Teofimo Lopez, bro. This man is going out striving for greatness, okay? But at the same time, Canelo Alvarez wouldn't even address Demetrius Booba Andre. He wouldn't even address Jamal Charlo. And all you idiots out there coming up with these fake headlines, these newspaper clips that you found on the dark web somewhere, something that we don't even have access to, right? Y'all will use that to try to push our racist narratives and things of that nature, just to stir up and establish and redefine and refine your racist insecurities. It's because there's a great potential that Canelo Alvarez can lose not only to an African American but also a Caucasian as well. So he has 2 losses on his record to both a white fighter and a black fighter. And these racist man fans out here, bro, their head will explode, just like on the Clinton Bigsby parody from the Chappelle Show, right? If that happens, and that's what they fear. Their greatest fear is to see Canelo Alvarez lose to both a white fighter and a black fighter. They'll accept it if he loses to a Latino fighter. They'll accept it if he loses to a Mexican fighter. They'll accept that. They'll want to see it run back, a Mexican style fight. But subconsciously, they're holding on to this false hope, right? This falsehood that Canelo Alvarez is the greatest boxer that's ever lived, greater than Ali, greater than Sugar Ray Robinson, greater than all of the other people that's come before him. And y'all will have to ask yourselves why. It's just because it's a subconscious fear, right, that Canelo Alvarez will lose to not only a black fighter but a white fighter as well. And that's the God honest truth. You know what I'm saying? So use your platform for construction and not destruction, right? It's because as long as Canelo Alvarez is out here parading, doing this old Cinnabum campaign, trying to cheat his way to the top, I will always criticize him. He will always be a Cinnabum to me. But at the same time, when I see somebody doing it the right way, like Teofimo Lopez, owning his own promotional company, getting rightfully chosen to represent these different great brands here in this country, representing not only his country, but also America as well as El Brooklyn, right? All the different social issues we got going on in this country and whatnot. But these fools will never give Devin Haney credit for owning his own promotional company. They'll never do it. They'll criticize him for ducking and doing this, down the third, right? Trying to compare him to the Cinnabon, okay? They'll never give the Charlo twins their credit for owning their own promotional company. They'll never speak on the fact that Floyd Money Mayweather has literally, as a person who's allegedly illiterate, amassed multi-billions dollars. They'll never speak on that. And they'll just never do it. It's because that goes against their racist narratives. But they'll put their arm around AJ. Hey, look, I got a black friend. I'm gonna big him up. But the other 99 partners that fall below him, I'm going to criticize them to satisfy my legions of racist man fans, right? Right? That's the narrative. But I know what it is. See, y'all have a fear that the son of bum is going to lose to both a white fighter and a black fighter. And guess who's going to be right here reporting it live? Not for racist reasons, but for real reasons. Let me know how y'all feel about it in the comment box below. It's your boy E, with Not Only Boxing. Signing on to the next one. Holla at your boy 100. Whoop out.